Hey guys, today I'm going to tell the story of the ugly duckling. But it's turned on its head. In the secluded small pond where the reeds whisper secrets to the slow-moving current, Mother Swan had finally seen her clutch hatch. Out popped 4 little cygnets, all fluffy mottled gray, with plain black beaks, and the general awkwardness of baby birds. Though exactly as expected. Then came the 5th. This one was dazzling anomaly. Instead of the dull gray down of his siblings, it was covered in a pristine, blinding white fluff. A miniature version of the adult they would one day become. His beak wasn't black. It was delicate, translucent pink that seemed to glow in the sunlight. Most striking of all, his eyes were pools of molten gold, sharp and glaring, reflecting the world with arrogant clarity. His name was Aworium. And from the moment he got off, he knew it was better than the rest. The brain of arrogance. At the steakhouse room, the emphasis only became more pronounced. Was the siblings stumbled and pattered away the closing enthusiasm? Aworium moved with liquid grace. His tiny wings, always held just so, stuck a perfect, elegant curve. He preened constantly, the sunlight catching the flawless white of his feathers. He quickly learned to exploit his superior appearance. "Look at you, glum!" William was scoff, dipping his head towards his greatest brother. "You look a wet stone. Do you even try to line your feathers? Honestly, you drag down the aesthetic of the entire pond." "You said he'd hiss. Mudmouth, you just splashed me. Don't you know this down is a gift? You're so pedestrian. You make my feathers ache." Aworium was greedy, selfish, and aggressively mean. When Mother Swan brought a particularly succulent root, Aworium would aggressively peck at his siblings so he was the only one allowed to eat it. He demanded the sunny spot of the nested island and would drive his nestmates to the shade. His beauty was merely a tool, a sharp, polished blade he used to enforce his superiority. He was the perfect, beautiful tyrant, the harsh truth. The summer gave way to the autumn, and the time for flight training began. The 4 gray cygnets, though scarred by Aworium's cruelty, were diligent. They worked their growing wings, their young bodies lengthening and hardening the shape of majestic swarms. Aworium, however, refused to train. "Why should I practice?" He'd sneer, floating effortlessly on the water. "Perfection doesn't need preparation. I will simply open my wings and fly further than all of you." But when the day arrived for the swans to test their wings, something was fundamentally wrong with Aworium. While his siblings rose to the air, their powerful wings beating with familiar, thick thump, thump, thump of a migrating swan, Aworium flapped furiously. His pristine white wings were too short, his body too round, his elegant neck too compact. Instead of ascending, he churned into the water, managing a brief, frantic hop before splashing dominously back down. Aworium wasn't a swan. He was a duck, a large, beautiful, but fundamentally earthbound waterfowl. His golden eyes, usually so sharp with malice, now stared in baffled horror at his own reflection. The flight of freedom. His siblings, now fully grown swans, settled back down, their long necks craned. They looked at the struggling, sputtering white duck who tormented them for years. There was no jealousy in their eyes, only profound cold pity and relief. Mother Swan, after a moment's silence, let out a deep, sorrowful honk. But it wasn't a sound of rejection, it was a sound of finality. She turned her beautiful dark eyes toward the green mountain silence in the distance. The call of the migration was too strong to ignore. She took the air, her wings powerful sympathy against the autumn sky. Her 4 gray-feathered children, now beautiful, powerful young swans, rose immediately after her. They didn't even circle back. They had known Aworium's selfish reign for too long. They had learned the value of cooperation and kindness, in direct opposition to his tyranny. Aworium watched them go, a pristine white spot on the now empty pond. The next day, a large flock of swans, magnificent, powerful, and knowing of the local pond's history, passed over the dazzling white duck below, too big to be a regular duck, too small to be a swan. Floating alone, they saw the greedy flick of his gold eyes, the arrogant set of his short neck, They knew he was the one being so cruelly beautiful. And so, instead of accepting them into their flock, the whole flock flew away from him at sight, circling wide around the pond, lest his selfishness and arrogance somewhat contaminate their formation. William, the golden-eyed tyrant, the one who was never ugly but always cruel, remained alone in his pond, captive of his own perfect, faithful, and ugly, undeserving form. The quiet reflection of the water was the only thing that would ever again mar his flawless white feathers. I hope you enjoyed my storytelling. Bye! See you again!